The new starter stats have just been released. Now, I am going to show them on a little notepad I made here. Just going to warn you, spoilers. But first I'll do a little bit of talking. The stats have been released. I cannot find them here. Only on my phone for some reason. My computer just does that. So I had to transfer the information on the notepad. I only did it for the fully evolved starters. For the new Scarlet and Violet Pokemon. By the way, if you want my opinion, this Donphan looks hilarious, but also kind of ridiculous. I don't know if I like it or not. I don't know. I just thought I should get my Donphan opinion. Everyone loves Donphan. So we're gonna talk about the starters, and I'm gonna do a competitive analysis. I've seen the designs as well. So about to move on. 3, 2, 1. Here's the notepad I made. It's not pretty. Just look all the way to the left. There they are. They're over there. The starters are over there. So, lots of things to look at. I have no clue how these things are gonna do. Okay, I guess we can make some analysis on Meowscarada. I think that's how you pronounce it. Meowscarada. Meowscarada? What's this thing based on? Magician? What's the Scarlet? What's that about? Okay, competitively, this thing's insane. Like when I first saw it, I was like, oh, it's not gonna be that great. Like I saw it was like not bad, but seeing as Zarude was UU and Zarude's probably a lot better than Meowscarada, I'd say this thing would be NU normally. Like if we take a look at the current metagame, I was just building some fun VGC teams. Like if we look at the current meta for NU, Meowscarada looks decent, I guess. Like there's things like Salazzle, Sylveon, Talonflame, Toxicroak, Zarina. It's not. It might have dropped the PU. I'm gonna be honest. It might even be untiered. Might. Because the reason I thought this was because I didn't see the abilities, because they were all on the very right of the little site on Reddit that I saw, little image. I saw this. For the very small minority of you who have no idea what Protean is, let me just bring you guys back a generation. Protean. This Pokemon type changes to match the type of the move it is about to use. What this means, Greninja, just gonna give a random example. Let's click on the most random move. The first one, Acrobatics, whatever. No one's gonna use Acrobatics, let's just do it. So, Acrobatics. If it does this, it changes to a flying type. Then when it uses extrasensory, changes to a psychic type. Then it uses dark pulse, it changes back into a dark type, but only a dark type. Now, Greninja back in Gen 6, Greninja was Ubers. Like Gen 6 like it was full Ubers. Like look at this. Uber. Greninja was an Uber. There's also a very similar ability on Cinderace called Libero, which I have no idea what that word even means. Is that even a word? Oh, it's a volleyball thing. Another term for sweeper. Well, clearly that works. So, Libero for Cinderace here is the same thing. Now, if you want my analysis on this, a while back, like, and by a while back, I mean yesterday when I first saw this, maybe 2 days ago, I don't know when it was released or when I saw it, I was predicting it would be better than Greninja, who was OU, but not as good as Cinderace, who was a full-time Uber. My reasoning is that Greninja, it's strong, but not super strong. Cinderace is quite strong. Meowscarada is directly smack in the middle with 110 attack. I'll pull the stats up again. 110 attack. Also, I don't like the starters having their weaker attacking stat be higher than it could have been. Like, we could have dropped this to like 31. This could have been 35. This could have been 35. We could have done that and used more. Yeah. Although I guess Greninja made it work. If Meowscarada learned something like Ancient Power that would really help it. I feel like Ancient Power would help it a lot just because I'm thinking too much about VGC where Charizard's big. Like, if it could learn Earth Power, that would be really nice for it. So, I guess if Greninja can make it work. Also, Greninja is... Well, it's not as frail as I thought, but it's still very much frail. Meowscarada, little bit bulkier. Cinderace, middling bulk. But that's it, it's middling, not bad. So, it mostly depends on what moves the Pokemon can learn. For example, Greninja, it learns a lot of moves, but they don't exactly work together the best sometimes. Like, you have Hydro Pump, Ice Beam, Dark Pulse, and Spikes on your moveset. What are you gonna do against a bulky water? If you swap that out for, like, Grass Knot, then, like, if you're running Choice Specs, not only are you still gonna get bullied by Rotom Washes, Grass Knot's unreliable. If you swap that out for Hidden Power Grass and use a Life Orb, Clefable will just beat you. And if you run Gunk Shot, you just start running into more problems because what the hell do you delete? Besides, the whole time Mega Venusaur is gonna be there. If you run Extra Sentry, you're just... That's so specific. Cinderace has pretty much all the coverage it needs, as far as I know. Cinderace has Pyro Ball, High Jump Kick, U-Turn, and Sucker Punch. Now, U-Turn and Sucker Punch aren't exactly coverage, but they're really strong, good moves. Pyro Ball and High Jump Kick. High Jump Kick can generally handle water types. Cinderace... Is there a Pokemon that Cinderace doesn't handle with this moveset? Is there a single Pokemon? I guess like a physically defensive Poliwrath, but like, come on, man. What? No. If we're talking about, like, I guess Landorus, but I don't know. Meowscarada, I'm predicting it to just be in between these. But depending on the moves it learns, it might end up better than Cinderace. It might end up worse than Greninja. Who knows? Who knows? Okay, now we're gonna move on from Meowscarada. Skeledirge. This is a very weird one to me. I have no clue how good this thing will be. So, it has Unaware. So, it could be a stall Pokemon. But it also might not be. It might just be like a decently bulky offensive mon that offensive teams can use. If it has Shadow Sneak, that would be decent because its attack, it's more usable than some Pokemon. It's very physically bulky, so I potentially see a specially defensive set working out really well for Skeledirge. Like, I see this thing really doing some specially defensive things. It's also decently powerful, but I don't think it's going to make use of that power as much. If we're checking the current Sword and Shield OU metagame, like, let's pull this up. If we're looking at the current Sword and Shield OU metagame, I'm predicting Skeledirge would actually be, like, it would have a good niche based on all the Pokemon here. But I don't think it would be fully OU. I'd rather say Skeledirge would be, have a niche in UU and RU as well. Kind of like Quagsire. They're both unaware Pokemon. But then Skeledirge would most likely end up NU. I'm looking at the NU metagame right now. Skeledirge looks like it could end up being pretty decent. Obviously, there's power creep. So, NU might get insane next generation. Next generation, we're going to end up having Salamence in NU, but who knows. Now, my least favorite to start is Quaquaval. Just because I think his design looks stupid. But also, to me, Quaquaval is just Poliwrath. Except really strong. It also has Moxie. It's kind of less bulky, but like, come on. It's not really that much of a difference. It's also a little faster, but it's not that relevant. It's like comparing Golduck to Poliwrath in Gen 1. Ignoring the physical attack, of course. Quaquaval, I'm predicting... Now, it has been confirmed that... what is it? Quaxley, I forgot its name. I kept thinking Totodile for some reason. Quaxley has been confirmed to get Aqua Jet. So this will be really good for this Pokemon because, judging from its design, it could learn Sword Dance, and even if it doesn't, Bulk Up will probably be decent enough. And if it doesn't learn Bulk Up, then, well, It doesn't necessarily need setup moves. Setup moves are generally best for the priority as Pokemon, as far as I know. But like Choice Band Aqua Jet could work. I'm predicting Quaquaval again. Another. I feel like it'll be very similar to Inteleon in some ways in terms of like competitively. Inteleon, I saw these stats. I thought Inteleon would be really good. Never mind, it's PUBL, which like is more respectable than you would think, but still, that's not good. That's not good. That's not good. Quaquaval, I'm predicting it'll get banned from PU, but I don't feel like it's good enough in NU. If it has Brave Bird, which it might, then I foresee this thing being pretty decent in the current NU meta. Like the current NU. It might even be too much, honestly. Just because Brave Bird is such good coverage for Decidueye, Dalemise, Zarina, Vileplume, Toxicroak, that thing. Yes, absolutely. Quaquaval's, it has potential. It really has potential. Moxie's a really nice ability there. Of course, Meowscarada is gonna be the Titan of OU and potentially Ubers. Well, not Titan of Ubers, but like it'll be an Uber, or it could be an Uber. It has potential. So that's just what we have no idea how these things are. I have no idea how these things are gonna turn out. These are my current predictions. Assuming power creep, like drop them a tier lower, Quaquaval might end up like PU next generation, and Skeledirge might end up in like who knows where Skeledirge is gonna end up. It's such a mess of a Pokemon. I haven't even mentioned the typings yet. I just realized that. I mean, I did reference Pokemon. I compared Meowscarada to Zarude. I compared Quaquaval to Poliwrath, but I didn't compare Skeledirge to Chandelure because they're very different Pokemon. Like seriously, they're so different, and there's not. Please tell me there's no other Fire Ghost Pokemon. I feel so dumb if there was another Fire Ghost Pokemon. Oh my god, there's 2 other Fire Ghost Pokemon that are also very different from Skeledirge. Blacephalon and Chandelure are similar. They're nukes. Alolan, it's another nuke, except just a slow one. Skeledirge is semi-slow, but it's a bulky attacker. It's a unique Fire Ghost type, so I can't really do any comparisons. Who knows what Skeledirge is gonna do? Quaquaval, probably a lower tier offensive threat. Might be higher than I expected, but Quaquaval might be better than I predict. It's just I feel like you can move some of those points in bulk and absolutely special attack into speed. Meowscarada, we already know how that one's gonna turn out. Unless it learns like no moves. But like you guys saw how Regieleki turned out with no moves, and look at that thing. It's like my favorite Mon in VGC and current Sword and Shield UU. Well, guys, I hope you all enjoyed this unique video format that I don't usually do. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, guys. Leave a like, subscribe. Let me know what you want to see me do in the future. Have a great day, everybody. Peace.